Hi, welcome to Side Eye Central, and today is another recap of Love Island Season 8, Episode 9. This episode was so sad. Oh my goodness, this is so sad to me. Oh, and also, I was right. I was actually right about the recap, and I told y'all. But anyhow, we'll get to that. So, Sincere pulls Melanie for a chat, and they're talking, and he tells Melanie, because they're discussing, she's asking him a few questions, about if him and Soul kissed. Well, she got straight to the point. She said, how much times did y'all kiss in there? He's like, I don't know, once, twice. I was like, Anyway, so he basically tells Melanie that he never planned on ending their connection. And if it comes down to him having to choose, he said he's choosing her any day of the week. She then sits on the bench opposite him because he sat on the side of her, right? So she moves away from him to the opposite bench, and she's like, you know what, I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? And basically address him to say, like, be straight up. You know what I mean? So he reassures her that he still wants the connection with her, and he did too much, and he won't keep kissing Soul. So basically, they end up hugging, and he then lifts her up, carries her away, and she yells, I got my man back. And everybody just looking. And it appears that the situation with Sincere and Mel and them being back and forward bothers her, right? She was talking to Jen and basically was saying they don't make sense, it's dumb as F. And I want to say this because this honestly irritated me. When you're a bombshell, you're new. So the thing is, you still want to continue to pursue with Sincere, even though you see back and forth with Mel. You can't, what are you mad for? When you came in the villa, you already know that he was already in a connection, and you're not guaranteed a connection. So I don't understand where all the attitude coming from. Okay, so it's nighttime, and in the bedroom, in the room where all the beds are, okay, so it's Melanie and Sincere laughing, and she's laying on top of him, right? So Anaya says, I can't with y'all toxic as F, and y'all have terrible communication. Sincere says, oh, well, we're working on it. She said, no, say y'all boo-boo and y'all stink. I laughed because it was hilarious, but it was fun. It was true, but it was funny. And it's just that I totally understood Anaya where she was coming from, because it's like 1 minute y'all down, the next minute y'all up, and I right here giving a listening ear. So I'm being understanding, in those serious moments. So 1 minute I'm up with y'all, the next minute I'm down. Y'all playing on my emotions, and I totally got her y'all stink. Okay, fast forward, it's the next day. It's normal villa activities, chats, chilling, etc. So, and then the islanders are notified by text that they are going to be playing a game called Sweet as Pie. Okay, so the game has started, and I noticed with Corbin, when he got pied, he just pieing people right back. So I don't feel like he was giving the question any thought. It gave you pie me, I pie you, and it was given petty. I didn't do like that. I was side eyeing him that's a red flag. Okay, so Sincere got pied by Jen. So as Jen walks up to Sincere, she says, I know you're sincere, but you're not honest. And she smashed that pie in his face. And I was like, clocked. She clocked him so good. And I was like clocked because it's true, right? And everybody's like, ooh, you know what I mean? However, Sincere doesn't feel like he deserved to be pied. And I was just like, boy, please. Anyhow. Okay, so I want to give my opinion on this part, right? Basically, the question was, who do y'all feel is most likely to break girl code or guy code? Right? So Zach pied Soul, and she put her hands over her face before she got pied, and she forcefully pushed the plate away, basically. So she started to break down, and I've seen people give their opinions, and it's like, okay, well, it was a buildup of things basically because she was feeling unwelcome in the villa. Boy, oh boy, I wasn't expecting it to affect her so badly, but I will say, joining the villa is not the easiest experience, and I feel as though being on Love Island is surely a humbling experience. So I feel like you could look the best or whatever the case may be. You could have high confidence and you could have a good personality, but it still doesn't guarantee you a connection. So yeah. Anyhow, so Zach feels bad about pieing Soul because after he pied Soul, she started to break down. So it has him feeling really bad. Okay. Now on to the, the part that we're all anticipating, right? We were all anticipating the recoupling, right? As I predicted. Kenzie and Caleb, Soul and Sincere, everybody got to see that coming. And then Melanie and Corbin, they eventually end up together because he picked her, whatever the case is. I did mention in my previous recap that either Jen or Bea could be, on the chopping block for, eliminations or whatever the case is. Turns out it was Bea because America voted that Jen should be coupled with Gabe. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so I want to touch on this point. So before Sincere was recoupled with Soul, Melanie and Sincere were sitting on the side of each other, right? So they were sitting together and he was like, oh, no matter what happens, we'll make this ish work or whatever the case may be. He just trying to reassure her, no matter what happens, we'll make it work, Melanie's like, how or whatever the case may be. So leading up to the verdict, like just before it is announced that Sincere and Soul are going to be in a couple, you can see on Melanie's face, she already knows that they're going to be broken up and she's sad, okay? So after Soul is coupled up with Sincere, Melanie is told to come stand up in the front facing everybody. And she's asked how she feels, right? And she says that, she doesn't, she's not okay. And everybody knows that she really, really likes Sincere. However, she wishes them the best connection and she congratulates them, right? So Corbin now has to choose her or Beatrice, which one he would like to couple up with. And of course, like I said, he chose Melanie, right? She's asked about how she feels about that. And she said they had a few chats. She's just ready to explore, basically. So I would like to see how this gonna go, like in the the episodes, the weeks to come. If Sincere is still gonna pursue Melanie, or is he actually, or like if he can make it work like he said he would. If he can, if it comes to a time he could choose, he can pick her like he said he would. So listen, I holding Sincere feet to the fire, and I hope y'all doing the same too, because we watching him, we eyeing him. Okay, this was a sad episode because Beatrice ends up getting dumped from the island because she was the only one not coupled up, right? So Gabe did cry over her leaving. Wasn't expecting that. Trinity is in theirs. Yeah, like I said, I was like, hold on, I need some tissue. Where the tissue? But anyway, guys, that was my recap. We're to the end of the video. So see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to engage. Bye.